Anthropic pushed Claude Code v2.1.245 at 5 in the morning. Half the AI dev tool market woke up worth less by breakfast. Your agency has not called you about it. They probably will not. Here is what actually shipped inside that tag. One line. A crash fix for Linux users running glibc 2.44. The whole release note. 143 characters. So why does the title of this video say Claude Code v2 1.245 killed 3 tools you are still paying for? Because the tag is not the story, the line is. Read the last 30 days of Claude Code releases stacked together and you are staring at the sound of a moat being drained. I am Stewart. I read every AI release the day it drops, so business owners can cut what just became free instead of finding out 90 days later when the invoice hits the P&L. Today, 3 subscriptions on your card became optional. Your dev will not raise it. I will. Let me start with the receipt. Open the release page yourself. Look at the what is changed line. 1 bullet, a Linux glibc patch. Your dev was not lying when they called the last update a minor bump, so the surface story is nothing. Now stack the tags before it. Version 2.1, 239 shipped an 8,000 character changelog. Version 2.1, 238 shipped 5,700, 280 in 2.1.237. Anthropic is not shipping features on the round numbers. They are shipping them constantly, quietly, and they are absorbing whole categories of tools your vendors use to sell you. 3 categories on your card became optional this month. 1. Model Context Protocol servers. If your dev signed you up for a hosted service last quarter to plug Claude into your database, your Notion, your CRM, or your project tool, that vendor's entire product is a default configuration flag inside Claude Code now. $20 to $80 a month per seat, gone. 2. Multi-agent orchestration wrappers. The platforms that let one Claude coordinate other Claudes to plan, code, and review each other are now called subagents inside Claude Code. If you are paying for a wrapper on top of the model, you are paying twice for what the base subscription already does. 3. Background task runners and code hooks. The small service your team pays to watch a repository, run Claude on every commit, and ping the team on failures. That behavior is a 20-line config file now. Your developer writes it once, you cancel the subscription, done. Here is the answer. If you subscribe to this channel, I flag every Claude Code drop the day it ships, so the next line item that quietly becomes free finds you before your renewal auto charges. The exact vendor names, the pricing pages, and the copy-paste config to replace them are in the pinned comment under this video. And when your setup breaks after you cut, I answer questions inside the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community, link in the description. Now for the proof, because I do not want you taking my word for any of this. I ran 2 things on camera before I shot the take. First, I pulled the release JSON straight from GitHub's API. Body length, 143 characters, 10 binary assets shipped, published at 5:13 in the morning UTC, a Linux crash fix, real. Then I handed that exact release note to Claude Opus 5 and asked, in under 60 words, does this release support the claim it killed 3 paid tools? Yes or no? The model said no. Word for word, the honest description is Claude Code v2 1.245 fixes a startup crash for Linux users on glibc 2.44. And I agree with the model on the tag itself. The tag is a bug fix. The pattern behind the tag is what is expensive to ignore. Here is the part nobody in your inbox will spell out for you. Anthropic is not being generous. Every release like v2 1.245 is one step in a very deliberate strategy. Bundle the third-party category into base. Rob the vendor of the seat charge. Own the workflow. The window between the ship date and the day your competitor notices is the window you have to move first. Here is the 5-minute audit right now. Open your last card statement. List every line item over $20 a month with the word AI, Copilot, Agent, Developer, or Code in it. Send that list to your developer or your agency in one message with one question. Which of these does base Claude Code not already do this week? If they cannot give you a straight answer inside 48 hours, they have not read the changelog either. And when they push back with a story about switching cost, ask them how much switching cost they were happy for you to eat 6 months ago when they added the tool in the first place. Concrete scenario, 2-person startup, founder plus 1 dev. 6 months ago, an agency stacked them with a hosted MCP service, an orchestration platform, and a code review SaaS. Bill, roughly $400 a month. Their developer this week rips all 3 out, ships the same work on base Claude Code, and the founder pockets $5,000 a year. The competitor down the street, who moved last Tuesday, already underbids them on the same jobs. The dollar number a small team clears here is not small. 3 vendors at $90 a seat, 4 seats, is over $13,000 a year. On a solo operator paying 2 subscriptions, the delta is about $1,000 back over the year, and the same amount of time back on your calendar every week. Sounds like a niche saving. It is not. The pattern is what matters. AI keeps moving down from big companies to whoever reads the release notes first. The agency that used to sell you 6 tools now has to justify 1. The vendor that used to own a category now needs a reason to exist. And you get to reprice your entire tools row every 30 days, because the base subscription keeps eating. If you watched this and thought, my agency handles this, my dev is on top of it, ask yourself the last time they sent you a screenshot of a release page with a note about what to cancel. If you cannot remember, that is the answer. Open the URL yourself right now, it is in the description. Look at the what is changed line on v2.1.245. Then look at v2.1.239 above it. Then look at 238. That is the proof, not me telling you. The next tag is probably already up by the time you finish watching. Next week I am walking through the exact vendor invoices to cancel, category by category, with the config file you send your dev in the same email. Watch for that one.